Beautiful day. When it comes to leadership, what do you think is better? A leader that is authentic and empowers others, or a leader that manages and supervises? Just want to see a raise of hands. What do you think? Number one. Option A, okay. That's what I predicted that you guys were going to say, so that's a good answer. So, yes, empowers and comes from their authentic self. So authentic is a unique word, and we're going to define what authentic means today and what it means to leadership, but most important, what it means to everybody in this room and what you do. We have entrepreneurs in this room. We have people that work for companies or represent different companies. We may perhaps have people that are leaders in their communities or their churches. Also, that your husbands and wives, your parents. When you operate from your authentic self, you're going to learn some things today that are going to help you in each of those different areas. And we're going to look at what an authentic leader is. To give you a little background again about what will describe what an authentic leader is, I like to share a story. How many people in this room here are football fans? Quite a bit? All right, good. I love football. So I'm going to use a story today that's going to exemplify what an authentic leader truly is. I recently watched a movie. It originally came out last year, end of last year, right in November, and I watched it again about 3 weeks ago. It's called My All-American. It's about a story about a fellow named Freddie Steinmark. This was a gentleman that grew up in a suburb of Denver back in the early to mid-50s, around that time frame. And this was a kid that just was really unique. He was, not like your typical kid or typical teenager, kind of just doing his own thing and not listening and, maybe doing things that weren't appropriate at the time like normal kids do. This was a guy that really had a vision from even a young age, what he wanted. He knew what he wanted to do. And what he wanted to do was to play football. And he wanted to coach one day. He knew that from a young age. Now, while other kids were out goofing around, doing what typical kids things do, this kid was out there training, running up hills, doing sprints, working out with his father, who was also a coach. He wanted this. He knew what he wanted to do at a young age. He was being his authentic self. And this kid didn't disappoint. He was there. He was the first one in the room every morning studying film. And he was the last to ever leave from practice. He wanted it. He wanted to not only make the team, but to start for that team. And he did. Lo and behold, this kid went out and inspired so many different people around him. Again, this was a mediocre football team at the time. And there were so many players that were around them were going through their own trials and tribulations. There was a guy on the team that had lost his brother in an accident. Brother died, but was able to work with this guy and make him understand, about his loss, but not to lose his focus on why he was here at the University of Texas and the opportunity to showcase his talents and skills at the college level to perhaps be recognized by an NFL scout to go to the NFL. He was able to do that for this kid. And he didn't do it by just listening. He did this by leading through example. Simple questions. And not only doing that with customers, but with their team. Again, an authentic leadership is not only a leader is not only operating from authentic self, but has the ability to empower. Empower is different from managing and supervising. Anybody can go out and manage and supervise others. And some people require that on some level. But do you really think they're going to grow if you manage and supervise them? Are they going to be able to grow into somebody even better than what they're doing by doing that? Is that going to benefit the organization? Is that going to benefit the church or the community that you work in? Is that going to benefit your household if you manage your kids that way? Or manage your husband or wife? Sorry, honey, you don't do that to me.